Fame is not easy to handle. It puts people in the spotlight, but it disappears as fast as Thanos can snap his fingers when things go south. These celebrity stars were all going to do great things before a single act in public led to their downfall. Join us today as we look at 10 celebrity stars who destroyed their careers on live TV. You might not recognize some names on this list because their fall from fame was swift and permanent. Before we move on, remember to smash that like button and subscribe. Number 10. AJ Clemente. Clemente was an aspiring young broadcaster who axed his career on his first big day. He let his anxiety get the best of him, and he let some curse words through his lips for everyone watching the Bismarck local news to hear. He was immediately fired from the station and has not anchored a broadcast since. After that night, he went home, crawled into bed, and called his parents. How could one be so unlucky? Number 9. Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson had a great career, but it all went to hell when Justin Timberlake tore her costume, revealing her breasts at Super Bowl 38. This remains one of the most controversial career-ending events on live TV because even though it was not Jackson's fault, she took all the blame and backlash from the incident. Hollywood pretended like she never existed, and her intended albums and singles were blacklisted from the radio. CBS was fined for the incident, and the NFL had to return $10 million to sponsors. Janet Jackson later got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2019. Number 8. Millie Vanilli. This R&B duo was going strong in 1989 when they released the album Girl You Know It's True. The album reached number 1 and was certified platinum 6 times. On July 21, 1989, the duo had their secret exposed. They were in a live performance for MTV when they experienced a technical malfunction and the track began to skip. The crowd discovered that Rob Pilatus was lip-syncing. This made the public begin to doubt their authenticity, but when their album was released in America, singer Charles Shaw revealed that his work was being credited to Rob and Fab. Their budding career ended, and fans were even asking for a refund on the albums they bought. Number 7. Howard Dean. Howard Dean was probably just unlucky. If he had done what he did back then now in 2020, no one would have cared much. Back in 2004, he was one of the favorites to succeed George Bush. He had a pretty good lead too, but a single scream was all it took to ruin his chances of becoming president. After giving an impassioned and unpresidential speech, he screamed as he pumped his fists in the air. That act cost him the presidential chair. Comedian Dave Chappelle mimicked Dean's actions to the delight of his fans. Number 6. Natalia Kills and Willie Moon. In 2015, Natalia Kills and her husband Willie Moon had their fame taken from them when she shamed a contestant on the New Zealand version of The X Factor. She accused the contestant of copying her husband's style and his dressing. She went on to say she was disgusted by his lack of originality and she was embarrassed to be in his presence. Her husband topped it off by saying that he feels the contestant, Joe Irvine, would steal someone's face and kill everyone in the audience. This was after calling him Leatherface and comparing him to Norman Bates. The public called out the couple for traumatizing the aspiring star and they vanished from the limelight. Number 5. Sinead OConnor. Sinead was an aspiring star. She had a double platinum album and a single that peaked at number 1 in 17 countries. But she ruined her career by making a political statement on live TV. While performing on Saturday Night Live on October 3, 1992, she ripped the photo of Pope John Paul II to protest the sexual abuse of children in the Catholic Church. This action made her a public enemy. She never stopped singing, but her songs never topped the charts again. Number 4. Fergie. Fergie is a controversial artist. Her fame was already diving, but this incident that happened live on TV was the final nail in the coffin. She was chosen to sing the national anthem at the 2018 NBA All-Star Game. She flopped. Her performance was shaky and she managed to make the anthem sound sensual. Many people in the crowd, including some players, could not even mask their laughter. She became a national laughingstock when videos of her performance went online. Number 3. Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan tried to repair her personality and career by appearing on a reality show produced by Oprah Winfrey. The series was produced to document the star's life and recovery from rehab after going through a rough patch. It was supposed to be her stepping board back into the limelight, but she messed it up. Most of her secrets and problems got aired. The show became a pain to watch and her career just went up in smoke. Number 2. Paula Deen. Paula Deen was a famous chef, but she fell from grace when her former employees sued her for racial discrimination. She shot herself in the foot by admitting to using the N-word. When sales and her reputation started dropping, she decided to appear on live TV, where she tried to pull the victim card. It didn't work out, and all her best dishes were cancelled. Number 1. Brian Williams. Brian Williams had a reputation as one of America's most trusted news anchors. His life changed in 2015 following a February segment for NBC Nightly News. Brian was paying tribute to Sergeant Major Tim Turpak, who served in the Iraq War. During the show, he told the tragic tale of how the helicopter he was traveling in 2003 during the invasion of Iraq was forced down after being hit by an RPG. His claims were disputed by Sergeant First Class Joseph Miller, who was in the same helicopter as Brian Williams. Brian lied on live TV about being in the downed helicopter. His aircraft's actual position was 30 minutes away from the downed helicopter, and it was forced to land due to the impending sandstorm. Brian gave an apology after the event, but it wasn't enough. He was demoted from anchor to chief editor, and he lost his credibility as a news reporter. His career never remained the same. Feel free to tell us the celebrity stars you think should have made the list in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you in the next one.